Hello! I am feeling a million times better in the space of about 4 days, and I want to tell you exactly how I've managed this. This happens to me occasionally, but actually I really do feel like I'm making progress in how to change my state. And I really didn't expect it to take this little amount of time. I know that changing your state is the precursor to changing your life. And I just wanted to share something with you that I thought was so poignant and interesting in what I've been learning over the past couple of days. It's something that Tony Robbins has said, and it just sank in over the past couple of days, is that when we are anxious and when we are stressed, especially when we're anxious and stressed for a long time or depressed, we tend to internalize that as who we are, right? We take that in and we say, oh, I just overthought everything like I do. That's just who I am. Or I was anxious, I'm an anxious person. No, you have anxious habits. You have depressed habits. If you're depressed, I bet you're not going out and dancing and spending lots of time with your friends. I bet you're not eating food that you really enjoy or thinking about all of the things that you love in your life, right? That's not what's happening when you're depressed. You're most likely lying at home in bed thinking about all the shit that happened to you in your life and how you don't want to live anymore, right? That's what happened to me when I was depressed. Anyway, I don't know about you. So over the past couple of days, I've been really internalizing the habits of happy people and the habits of people who are confident, walking tall. One of the things that I really want to share with you today, which actually I've been meaning to do for a while now and I will do with you today, is I'm going to go through self-questioning. And it's a practice that I actually developed myself through the techniques that I've learned from other people, but actually it's a practice that I really developed myself. And I'm really looking forward to sharing it with you. I think it's some very powerful magic, and I think that you should make your own for yourself, okay? But I was just watching this documentary about a girl who has anorexia, another girl who has a whole list of been diagnosed with a whole list of mental disorders, and I can see that it's a habit. It's a habit of thinking like shit. It's not who you are. It's not who you are. Your soul is so beautiful and so bright and so amazing. And I've just been woken up to this, over the past 4 days. Don't get me wrong, I still have habits that are bringing me down. I still have the thought patterns in my head but I am noticing them as thought patterns now. Whenever I'm anxious or I'm scared, I think to myself, this is not me. I'm thinking, I have these thoughts in me that are like, I have no friends, nobody wants to see me, I'm not actually getting on with what I want to be doing, and I'm still fat, and I'm still ugly, and I still have acne, and blah 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 blah. And then I realize, in that instant, my brain is focusing on this because if that were to be true, it would be a threat to my life. Your brain is designed to focus on the threats. Your brain is designed to keep you safe, not happy. Happiness is your job. Happiness is the job of the soul, of the creator, of your consciousness. It's not the design of your brain, of your reptilian brain that's 2 million years old in evolution. It's designed to keep you safe. It will focus on the shit and it will magnify it for you so you can get away from it. That's what it'll do. And I was looking, it's so fascinating watching these documentaries now that I know this information. And I can just see how these people are like, oh my god, did I turn the straighteners off? I don't know if I turned the straighteners off, even though, no, I did turn the straighteners off. I definitely unplugged them. I unplugged them, but I can't stop thinking about it. And I'm just like, down. Like, I know how the brain works now. It's focusing on that because it's trying to keep her safe. And she doesn't realise that. And I don't fucking understand why doctors don't fucking realise this bullshit. In the NHS, around the fucking world, why don't they realise this bullshit? I know this bullshit. 4 days! It's taken me 4 days of focusing on it. When I first went into my NHS doctor and I told her that I was depressed, she diagnosed me with depression and she said, here's some SSRI, take 50 milligrams a day. 50 milligrams a day. I was 19. 19! Fuck! I've got to help these people. I've got to help these people. Oh my god. Okay, I got a phone call, but oh my god. And I've just calmed down a little bit from that last outburst, but oh my god. Seriously? Like, seriously? 50 milligrams is a really, really strong dose. For a 19-year-old girl. Don't even, like, oh god. Happiness is a verb. You do it. It's an action you take. It's a posture you make. It's posture, thinking, and the language that you use to determine with yourself. And your beliefs. Your beliefs, and you notice your beliefs, right? It's a story. There's nothing else but now. There is nothing else but this moment right now. And if you manage to be happy this moment right now for the entirety of today, then yesterday will have been a happy day. And if you do it for a week, last week will have been a good week. And if you do it for a month, the same. And if you do it for a year, the same. And if you do it for a decade, a huge chunk of your life will be happy. It's a choice in the moment. And I used to get so angry with people who said that. Believe me, when I was in the midst of my depression, I got so angry. I remember the people who said that online, and I was like, you don't fucking know anything. How can I choose to be happy? How can I choose? And the reason was, and I see people say this over and over again, people who are depressed online who are saying, oh, it's not a choice in the moment, you don't know. It's not the fact that people who are depressed are choosing to be depressed. It's, you're too scared to choose the other option. You're scared to show people that you're happy. The strongest human need is to stay consistent with who we think we are. That is the strongest human need. And if we think that we're depressed, like going out and dancing and having a smile on your face, you just don't think of doing that. It is in such a contrast with what you are. Let me rephrase that. It's not what you are. Is what you are doing. It's in such a contrast with the actions that you're taking and the thoughts that you're thinking and the posture that you're holding yourself in. I am ranting a lot now. But anyway, I wanted to just say how I am putting these happiness practices into practice, and no, I mean, like, it's been 4 days. It's been 4 days and my mindset has totally changed. My life hasn't changed. I still haven't developed the friendships that I want to develop. I still haven't been able to experience letting my guard down around people. I haven't set up the business that I want to set up. You know, like I have these goals in mind, like 1 million subscribers and goals. I have 1 million subscribers as a goal of mine, and I haven't even got one yet. You know, but I'm not gonna focus on that because I know the benefits that I'm gonna be able to bring to people. I know what's gonna grow my channel, and fortunately for me, it's what's gonna grow my life. Hi. So I wanted to bring you along on a journey of writing some questions for happiness, because who doesn't want to be happier in their life, huh? So this is a workshop that I developed last year, and in the workshop there are some really powerful tools for transformation that I want to share with you now. So the first thing that you need to do in this workshop, you do some meditation and you ground yourself in the meditation, and then you ask questions to your future self. So imagine that you've already achieved everything that you want to achieve, that everything has gone right for you. These are the questions you'd be asking yourself in that state, and you have to answer in that same state. And it's really powerful, very powerful stuff. If you do something like this, ground yourself afterwards. It needs to be done. You will literally start channeling God. How would the future you how do you treat yourself differently now, and why? So if I was asking that to me in the future, how do I treat myself differently now? I treat myself with care and love and respect. And why? Because I deserve it. I deserve care and love and respect from myself. I've worked damn hard to get where I am. I know that giving myself care and love is the way forward. You know, it's very special. So I have these. How do others treat you differently now? What are 3 to 5 values that are important to you now, etc, etc. But I haven't got any ones to do with happiness and joy, and I want to focus it on the things that I'm trying to manifest at the moment, which are my happiness and my health and my smile. And so I wanted to write these down with my new beautiful pens, because I really do believe that writing things and the intention, the feeling that you put into your writing when you're writing stuff really makes a difference. So I'm going to get to it. So hello again. I've just finished my questions that I'm going to be asking myself every day. I have 3 questions that I'm going to be asking myself every day. This is primarily to when you set a goal and it's a big goal and you haven't really experienced it before, right? When you set these goals, you need to know what it's going to feel like when it gets there, and you need to be sensory specific when this happens. You need to know what it's going to feel like in your body, know what it's going to feel like when you're with other people, know what it's going to feel like. Basically, the more different ways that you can get really specific on how you know that you are going to get this goal, how you will know when you have achieved this goal, how it will feel for you in your body, in your mind, what kind of words you'll be saying, what kind of people you'll be hanging around with, etc. It all makes a massive difference, right? So these are my questions. I'll go through them with you. I don't know if this is backwards or what. How does it feel now you are totally confident in your smile? How does it feel? How do you treat others? How do you treat yourself? How do you feel regarding social situations? How do you feel about your appearance? I'm reading all of this backwards, please give me props. How do you feel in your body? And what words do you use more now? Language is very important. And then, how does it feel now you can create happiness in an instant? And how does it feel now you are in perfect health? Now that you are in perfect health. And then ask the same of these questions to these questions. And you'll come up with some interesting answers. I'll give you a demonstration. So how does it feel now you are totally confident in your smile? This is something that I would really recommend doing in front of a mirror, standing up and really feeling into your body, feeling what it feels like, feeling what your shoulders feel like, what your voice is like. Note how loud you are, note how shallow you are, note everything that you can note. Get flipping specific on it. How does it feel now? You're totally confident in your smile. How do you treat others differently now? I look forward to seeing other people because I can't wait to share my happiness and my smile with them, and to see them smiling back and knowing what's going on in their head and knowing what's going on in their heart while I'm there smiling with them, right? How do you treat yourself differently now? I treat myself really differently. My voice in my head speaks to me as if I cannot get over the difference that putting these things into practice has made in my life over the past 4 days. Anyway, I'm feeling brilliant, and I can't wait to see what this next year is going to bring for us, because you're going to see. There's one thing that I want to address right now, okay? There's going to be people out there who say you weren't depressed. And I will do a full story on my depression. I really will, because goddamn, I have a full story on my depression. But there were points in my depression where I could not leave the apartment without trembling and crying. I was lying in my bed, waking up all hours of the night, in writhing physically, because the mental torture in my brain was just too much, and I had to move. I couldn't stay still, because if I stayed still, then the mental torture it felt like acid burning through my veins. It was awful. I have nightmares every single night. I remember 1 month I didn't sleep for the entire month. I remember I counted, I got 8 hours of sleep in that month. I went crazy. I was having panic attacks every single day. My digestion was just off the charts bad. I was too vain for self-harm. I wouldn't cut myself because I knew that people would. I was so ashamed of being depressed that I wouldn't cut myself, because I knew that people would ask me what was wrong if I cut myself, and I couldn't bear it. If anyone asked me what was wrong, I just cried. I just couldn't. I didn't fucking know what was wrong. But I just want you to know. I want you to know, future person watching this in like a year or something, I want you to know that I have been there. I have been to the bottom. No friends, scrubbing other people's toilets for a living. Not a living. I was borrowing money off of my boyfriend at the time. He was basically paying for me to live because I couldn't go out and work. I wasn't reliable. I didn't enjoy spending any time with my friends. I judged myself all of the time. I couldn't even go downstairs and help my mum wash the dishes because I was in so much mental torture that I just wanted to bury myself. I had a plan. I was going to kill myself. I knew exactly what I was going to do. I knew that people weren't going to find me if I did that plan. I had it all fucking figured out, man. I had it all figured out. I just saw no future. That's a lie. That's the only reason I'm here, is because I knew that I had potential. Yeah. Get excited. Get excited for your future. Because it's going to be great if you want it to be.